Welcome aboard the sailboat Pasithea. We are going to the panel. Lights on board. Anchor light, navigational lights, running light, tricolor is none, deck light, interior lights, cockpit lights. Then 12 volts USB sockets. This boat is equipped with a cockpit fridge. To start the cockpit fridge, press this button. Next, the pumps. Water pump. This is actually a water pressure pump. To see the indication of water, press here on the touch screen. Batteries, water. This boat is equipped with two water tanks that are interconnected. To connect, when you empty one tank and you want to choose to connect the another, you have to come here where the salon is, in this corner here, move the pillows, and underneath the pillows you will see a small hatch. Under this hatch is the water pump and the valve with which you change the tanks. To change the tanks, you need to use this valve. This is the first, in this position, upright position, it's on the first valve. And the secondary position is the second tank. After you change the tanks, water tanks on the boat, you will need to bleed out the water system, to bleed all the air out of the water system. To do that, open all the faucets on board, in the kitchen, in the toilet and outside. Start the water will start running. When it starts running, you come here on the left side. This is actually the water pump, and to bleed out the air from the water pump, you see this little screw over here. You need to just open it a little bit. After water starts dripping down here, you will notice that the faucets are running normally again, and you can close it back altogether. After that, you will have normal running water again. Back. Now going back to the panel. Shower pump. This is actually a shower sump pump. The shower sump pump is used in the toilets. When you are taking a shower, all the water will stay inside. If you want to take all the water out of the toilet after showering, you press this button. Then it will sump all the water out from the toilet. When using the toilet on board, you have two options of disposing the wastewater. The first option is directly into the sea, and the second option is into the waste tank. To choose between these two options, you will use this lever here on this so-called Epsilon valve. In this position, and the handle is pointing like this, you are using the sea. The waste is going directly into the sea. When you change the position, Now when it's pointing this way, you are using the waste tank. So now all of your waste is going from the toilet directly into the waste tank. Switch, the main switch for the 220 shore power. Electricity on board is in the left cabin when you enter the boat. On the end of the cabin you'll see a hatch. Open the hatch, and if you crawl inside, here you will find the main switch for the 220 shore power electricity. To empty the waste tank, you need to use the waste pump. So when you use the waste tank for the waste, you will need to clean it out, empty it out sooner or later. On the panel here you can see the indicator how full is the waste tank. When it comes to 75% approximately, it's time to empty it out. You do it this way. To empty out the waste tank, you will need to first open this hatch here, and on the right side you will see a valve. This is the only valve on the boat that needs to be closed all the time except the time when you are using it. And if you decide to empty the waste tank, first you come here, you open the valve from the waste tank, come back to the panel and start the waste pump. Press it and hold it until everything is empty or you hear the difference in a sound. After you stopped, come back here. Please do not forget to come back here and close this valve. After that, the waste tank should be empty and you should be going your way. Bilge pumps. This boat here is equipped with 3 bilge pumps. The first one is automatic, should be on all the time. It has a mechanical floater, and every time if the water comes inside, it should start automatically and pump all the water out. The secondary, so-called manual bilge pump, is located underneath. If this bilge pump stops working for any reason, you can always use this secondary manual bilge pump, but this one you have to press and hold all the time as long as it's running. When everything is empty, you hear this sound, stop. It should not work on dry because the motor will burn out. Underneath, these are nautical equipment, instruments, autopilot, all the instruments on the board like the GPS, VHF, wind meter, speedometer, deep meter, everything is connected to here. So during navigation, this must be on. Anchor winch. If you want to use the anchor winch, the main switch on the panel is here. And for the anchor winch, the main fuse of the anchor winch is located in the left cabin, in the boat, under the bed. When you open this hatch, this is the automatical main fuse for the anchor winch. And here are the main switches for the service and starter battery. This boat is also equipped with a bow thruster to help you during the maneuver. If you want to use it, you need to start it on the panel. You start it like this. Now the bow thruster is in standby mode and ready for operation. The bow thruster has also his own fuse. It's located in the forward master cabin under the bed. When you come to the bed, open the bed, and on the right hatch you will find the mechanical main fuse for the boat thruster. Fridges, those are for refrigeration, should be always on. Here are the digital main switches for the engine battery, consumer battery, and this boat is equipped with an inverter. To start it, press here, and then the sockets that were used for 220 volts are working on 12 volts over the inverter, but we recommend only small appliances like laptops, cell phones, nothing bigger than that, because it will burn out. And now we are on the AC panel. AC panel is actually the 220 volts shore power panel. Every time you are connected to the shore power on the pier, you should have these things on. Water heater should be on, battery charger should be on, sockets should be on, and if you want, air conditioning should be on. You have air conditioning on the boat, but only as long as you are connected to the pier electricity. If you are using the air conditioning, with this panel you start it and change the temperature and everything. If you see a message here on this part that says error, it means error. If that happens, you need to bleed out the system from the air conditioning. Turn off the air conditioning, wait a minute or two maybe for it to reset the system, turn it back on. When it starts working, come back to the middle of the boat in the kitchen and open this hatch. Under this hatch you will find 3 valves. The only valve you are interested in is this middle valve that doesn't go anywhere, that has an open pipe on the side. This valve is used for bleeding out the air conditioning system. When you start the air conditioning after you reset it, just open this valve, let it pour out a little bit of water, close it again, and the air conditioning should be working normally once more. Here. This is everything you need to know about the panel. One more thing you should know about the boat is the gas oven. The gas oven has 2 valves actually. The main valve of the gas oven is connected directly on the bottle outside and is used for opening and closing the gas. But if you want to close the gas for safety reasons, here on the boat you have a secondary valve. It's located under this sign. Open this hatch, and on the left side you will see the valve, the secondary valve for the gas. With this valve you can shut it off and shut it down for the first hand, but our recommendation is, if you want to shut down the gas, it's always better to shut it down directly on the bottle than here. This is only for emergencies. Thank you, and see you guys next time.